first release of the Kaze series is the Saros range. Inspired by the majestic swordfish and offered in 3 distinct barrel shapes to cater to a wide audience of players. Each of the 3 shapes are available in a single soft tip dart and 3 different steel tip weights, resulting in a total of 12 unique models, ensuring a perfect match for every player or collector. First, let's talk about what the entire range has in common, starting with the milling. We see intricate diamond-shaped cuts mimicking fish scales and a gorgeous DLC blue coating. The diamond cuts are layered in a way that provides a very aggressive texture. The front and rear sections feature fine ring cuts offset by a deeper zigzag V-cut. The unique arrangement of scales changes slightly depending on your vantage point. The mesmerizing visual effect is further enhanced by this luxurious blue coating as it refracts light into different shades of blue and purple. This is a quintessential premium look and design. Every dart in this range is made of 90% tungsten and boasts a delightful unboxing experience. Target Japan has carefully selected accessories like the dynamic wave-inspired acrylic stand on par with our swordfish theme, a silver premium Swiss point key, and custom green K-Flex flights.
Welcome to Shootin' the Bull, the official podcast of the Championship Darts Circuit.
I smell a late summer special episode on which state has the best players and do we go bulls or triples on certain outshots for these two gentlemen. We've got lots of content to come later this year.
Hitcore is the streaming entertainment alternative. Live concerts and comedy? Hitcore has it. Premium high-def audio and video? Hitcore has it. A customizable entertainment experience? Hitcore has that as well. No app? No problem. Set up an account, decide what you want to watch, buy it, then press play. It's that easy. Hitcore is live and on demand 24/7. Hitcore, where every live event becomes your experience.
Unbelievable! That's what I like to see. That's real darts. Pure dart! The greatest darting force on the planet right now. How about that? Oh, magnificent!
First release of the Kaze series is the Saros range. Inspired by the majestic swordfish and offered in 3 distinct barrel shapes to cater to a wide audience of players. Each of the 3 shapes are available in a single soft tip dart and 3 different steel tip weights, resulting in a total of 12 unique models, ensuring a perfect match for every player or collector. First, let's talk about what the entire range has in common, starting with the milling. We see intricate diamond-shaped cuts mimicking fish scales and a gorgeous DLC blue coating. The diamond cuts are layered in a way that provides a very aggressive texture. The front and rear sections feature fine ring cuts offset by a deeper zigzag V-cut. The unique arrangement of scales changes slightly depending on your vantage point. The mesmerizing visual effect is further enhanced by this luxurious blue coating as it refracts light into different shades of blue and purple. This is a quintessential premium look and design. Every dart in this range is made of 90% tungsten and boasts a delightful unboxing experience. Target Japan has carefully selected accessories like the dynamic wave-inspired acrylic stand on par with our sword.
Welcome back to the Cosmo Darts Classic.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much, Jim, as we return to battle once again live here at the Cosmo Darts Classic. I'm Sean Green, joined by my partner in comms this weekend, Mr. Anthony Eugenia. AE, we have, our second and third American that we've been able to feature today on our stream. Stowe Bunce taking on Doug Boehm in our quarterfinal.
Well, it's taken a while, but we're here, and yep, Dougie's going to come with the USA jersey and everything, right? We're not, as Americans are, we're not going to be subtle about it. Thank you, everybody, for your patience. We're at the quarterfinals stage, and that's sort of what the hang-up was based on the format and the tweaks we wanted to make for it. We needed for the entire tournament to get to the quarters to then up the format, and now we are at best of 11. So win by 2, best of 11. We're at the quarterfinals. Your quarterfinals are Stowe Bunce versus Doug Boehm at the top of the bracket. Next, Alex Spellman versus Albert Anstey. Leonard Gates versus Caden Newberry. And David Cameron versus Adam Savada. All 4 seeds are still alive with some outsider names in that mix, Sean Green.
Yeah, absolutely. Albert Anstey and Caden Newberry, the only 2 coming into this that are unseeded. Otherwise, it's the 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 8 seeds. So if you were looking for an easy quarterfinal, today was not your day, to say the least. And, well, these 2 gentlemen have a habit of meeting in the quarterfinals in the CDC over the last couple of years. They've done it 3 times. 4 times they've played each other in total. Each one of those instances, Stowe Bunce has bested Doug Boehm. He is 4-0 against Doug in the CDC. Do you think Doug knows that?
I think he certainly knows that. And he's out to set things right and get one on his side. But yeah, Doug's the type of player that he is going to know those stats in and out. And you just know that, right? As a competitor, like you may not know the exact record, but you know when somebody's had your number.
Oh yeah, especially in quarterfinals 3 times, stopping you from reaching extra semifinals.
24.
You bet your bottom dollar that he'll know that if your name's Annie. But the Neon Nightmare Stowe Bunce
60.
has a lot to play for this weekend. Doug's only shot is tonight. That being said, I think Doug making this quarterfinal gives him a lot of confidence, a lot of
125.
momentum heading into tonight's U.S. Darts Masters qualifier, which every time you talk to Doug Bain,
81.
his number one goal every time is to get back on the MSG stage. So I know tonight is going to matter a lot to him. Stowe is playing for that same spot tonight, but he can win it outright by just sweeping the weekend.
Yeah, there's two spots available, one for the winner of tonight's qualifier, and then at the end of the weekend, our second weekend, the player that has not yet qualified at the top of the order of merit. It's a 2 he keeps, and that's how we also seed our events, if people are curious about that. And Stowe came into the weekend in the number 1 spot, but he is defending some wins from way back, like 19, 20 events ago. So that's going to
140.
go into play. So like you said, all the more better for him to just continue to do the work at hand in front of him, keep winning. And, winning brings all of the cash and prizes, right?
20. Doug, you
It
require
sure does,
53.
and so does doubles, and Stowe was 0 for 3 on that turn. And Doug's going to get 2 darts at double here for a break of throw right out the gate. Now it's going to be double 19. And he pins the double 19.
Big shot in the first leg.
Doug Bain,
Second
1 for
leg is
2
Doug
on
to
those
throw
doubles. Stowe 0 for 3 to start off with. And Doug's going to smile at it. And here we go. Off and running.
Yeah, but a big tone setter, a big break of throw early there to open up this quarter.
That double 19 was huge. It's a tough double anyway. It's one that you don't really practice very often unless you have to.
140.
And have Stowe 3 clear at tops and to take advantage of that miss is huge. Doug's going to have to continue to do that to beat Stowe bunts today. And we know that he can. It's Doug Bain. He's got the highest winning average in the Continental Cup at 106.5.
Now, to your earlier point about, there's a second event tonight and, sort of a different, different things on offer and different things at stake. Now, there's always different ways to look at it, but certainly, you want to have a good day today in the Cosmo Darts Classic. You want to do well, go far. Now, obviously, there would be talk of fatigue, but
85. Doug, you require 100.
You're going to be in a better mindset, right? Of making it at least here to the top 8, as opposed to being knocked out in your first round and having to sit around for a couple hours, ruining that fact and trying to get yourself motivated again. Going into tonight's qualifier, you want to feel good coming out of this and glide almost, effortlessly 84. Into that qualifier.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we saw that happen in the first qualifier. Adam Savada makes a final in that event, and then 60. In a different format comes out and wins the qualifier that evening. So David Cameron, event number 1, same thing, made the final of the first event and then made the final of the qualifier. So as much as it does seem like there is a little bit of fatigue, I also think that the momentum and the just the height of making it that far in the tournament today gives you way more confidence than the fatigue would kind of take that away.
So Doug Bain with a 15 darter there in the second leg. He opened up his first 3 turns were all ton-plus scores. So
100.
An impressive Dougie Bain to open up this quarterfinal.
Yeah, absolutely. And I have some stats for you, AE, because I love
46.
those.
Lay it on me, brother.
Well, running through the tournament so far, Stowe's road to this point, he beat Nathan Humphreys in the first round 5-2, averaged 86 in that first match. That was his highest average so far in a match today. So that's his ceiling there. Then Radigan 5-3 with an 81 average, and then Lindbergh 7-5 with an 85 average to get to this point.
134.
Whereas Dougie Bain, first round against Ron, defeated him 5-1 with a 90 average. That's been his kind of ceiling. So if we're looking at ceilings and floors here, Doug's second round match against Kylie Edmonds, 7-5 victory. is a 78. So I'd say the ceiling and floor, highest and lowest, is Doug, with Stowe being a little bit more consistent throughout the day. But
141.
Doug's volatility can, if it's at the high point, he can beat Stowe pretty handily.
Stowe starting to heat up after
59.
2 poor
Stowe
visits,
require
one must
136.
say. 2 strong visits put him at a 136. And that's what I'm most curious about. There you go. He finished that last turn going downstairs. Now he pulled, he changed course after the first dart. Sean and I are always going to be interested in following the effectiveness of Stowe bunts down on those 19s.
89. Stowe, you require 40.
Yeah, it always floors me how long it sometimes takes him to switch to that scoring segment, just because of how consistent he seems to be with it. But he also is death, taxes, and tops. And right now, he's given Doug another outside opportunity to break a throw after 3 missed darts at a double. 82 left. Treble 14 is going to be my guess.
Yeah, 14 should be the play. Yep, so 68.
Let me ask you this, AE. Are you curious he didn't stay on 20s with that first dart as that marker there?
46.
No, I with 82, I guess, yeah, any double is a double. No, a clear bed, 14s. I think that's still a good play.
Look at Stowe.
No.
I mean, he was 0 for 6. Yeah, so I think he was just trying to see if he could hit all 3 of them.
I don't really like that. I don't like that.
59.
I think if I'm no, I have to be completely honest. I think if this is still essentially a floor tournament, I don't know
100.
who's up there officiating. I think if this is a Continental Cup or a cross-border setting and I'm up there as the referee, I kindly ask Stowe to not do that again. Because if my eyes were correct, that first dart was in the double 20, correct?
It was, yes.
And then the other ones followed.
Dart 2 followed in the double 20, and Dart 3 was high.
Yeah, so I would ask him to refrain from those darts. The first dart was a winning dart. Leg is over. Do not throw any other darts. So I don't know if that's
and it depends on
being
who's
a stick in the mud or what.
140.
No, not. I mean, listen. By the letter of law, you're completely right, and it's definitely something to pay attention to.
100.
We've had some instances in Cambridge before, with Stowe specifically.
Oh, is this where it was?
Exact same venue.
Okay.
This was the start of Stowe's winning.
140. Stowe,
yes,
moments here in
his
Cambridge.
triple, the famous treble.
So obviously the famous triple comes with the famous triple.
85.
Triple darts, that is, at one time. So definitely something to really kind of pay attention to a little bit with Stowe, that he does do some things that are a little bit more unique. 57 scored there from Doug, so he will get a dart at double, and it's going to be at tops.
63.
Ooh, and he steps into it a little bit. So Stowe, a chance to break Doug's throw and get back on.
A reprieve. 16s for tops.
Death, taxes,
Game shot in the fourth
and tops
leg.
for Stowe.
There you go.
Maybe the extra
Fifth leg
practice.
is Stowe to throw first.
Thanks. Make me look bad. Yeah. I should probably let it go, but we need content, so I'm going to keep talking about it.
43.
Yeah, I just cried.
Go for it.
Up. And I'm sure Stowe will come up to me and probably talk to me about this personally, and that's okay. I don't think I'm saying anything. This is not anything against him as a player, him as a person
100.
or anything. Those extra darts, I kind of feel are maybe in a little bad taste. Again, you could probably negotiate that, right? Haggle about that part. The other part that concerns me is, even though, by rule and by rote, that first double 20 goes in, it's legs over, right? That's the way it's
Yep.
supposed to work. But you just open up, you throw that other dart. What if you knock out that first dart? Again, now you've got to make a ruling as a referee. It looks bad. The thing gets knocked out. You get people crying, hey,
140.
that shouldn't count now. So it's just, all I'm saying is I feel it's just unnecessary. That's all.
No, 100%. And I'm sure in that moment, still looking back, would agree with you that it was unnecessary for him to shoot
58.
those darts.
And he may not, and that's his prerogative.
I mean, at the end of the day, Doug laughed about it when it happened too. I'm sure the same thing happened with Angelo, who is our scoring referee for this leg or for this match. And it's Stowe. It's hard to get angry at a guy wearing purple pants.
Indeed.
In any way, shape, or form, and
Double
especially when it makes him look
16.
that good.
And there you go. Exactly. That's the most important
leg
thing.
is
3
Doug
big
Stowe
scores
first.
in the last
Game
3
on.
turns. 14 darter, and Stowe Bunce goes from 2-0 to 3-2, and Stowe Bunce is completely
95.
about to burst into flames.
Yeah, NBA Jam is ringing a bell right now, and he's about to be in fuego.
See, those pants to me harken back to 1989's Batman with Jack Nicholson as the Joker.
Oh yeah. Oh, amen. That's a great
140.
call to that color. A color I really like, by the way. The like half purple, half pink.
105.
Always a fan favorite, and I mean, still makes everything look good with the amount of colors that he wears. And then, of course, you got Dougie, Mr. No Name.
99.
There's no name on that front. I don't think there's a name on the back. There shouldn't be. And
Nope.
that's the way he likes to live. He plays for the name on the front, the USA.
41. Doug, you require 160.
He'll tell you his name when it's time to engrave it in the trophy.
There you go. Exactly.
The man with no name, Clint Eastwood, like the old spaghetti westerns. Exactly.
98.
And of course, obviously, the homage to the 1980 Miracle on Ice team never gonna be a bad thing.
That will never
99. Doug, you require
not be
69.
apropos and never get a smile from an American sports fan.
24
Double
left for
12s.
Dougie.
2 6s.
57.
Will
Doug, you
he
require
return?
160.
Oh, it's on. Oh.
84.
All right, big
Doug
double
requires
6
12.
effort for Doug Boehm to tie us up at 3 legs apiece.
Game shot in the 6th leg.
And he
There you
does
go.
do exactly that.
7th leg is
So
Doug
3-3
Stowe
score
first.
line here, AE.
Game on.
Exactly what we wanted to see. They're both halfway to the 6th leg finish line, but let's remind our viewers this is a special Saturday
129.
tournament where it is a must win by 2 clear legs.
Must win by 2 clear legs. And you see Stowe Bunce downstairs getting hot again on those triple 19s. And
180.
not only is this match tight, but we've got competition and competitive matches across the tournament floor. Gates, Newberry,
we do.
Gates 2-1. Savada just
140.
edges ahead of Cameron 4-2. We're tied at 3 here, and Spellman and Anstey knotted at 2. So lots of good darts going on across the tournament here at the Cosmo Darts Classic.
140.
And Doug almost perfect through 6. Leaves 181 after 6 darts, and that is just fine for him as it's attacking the Bunce
65.
throw, who does a beautiful, beautiful job of counting to utilize the bull to make sure he leaves a 167. All that does, AE, when you count properly, is it puts the darts in your hands automatically. If he loses this leg now, it'll be because he missed a 167, not because he miscounted and
101.
didn't even get a look at it.
Stowe, you require 167.
Yeah, effective board management buys you those darts, buys you those opportunities, and the shot's on.
Oh,
134.
just a bit
Doug,
outside
you
on that
require
third
80.
one. But Dougie laughing at it, but he's going to have to focus in real quick because this is a big moment.
Try work up the ladder, single for double, and he misses the big number, Sean Green.
40. Stowe, you require 30.
Cannot do that.
It's going to leave a mark. Double 8.
Game shot in the 7th
And it
leg.
goes in, AE.
8th leg is Doug to throw first.
Bunts on a tear.
Game on.
And if you're the caliber of a Doug Boehm, you don't care that you could have missed that tops shot. You'd be fine with missing the top shot. You are not okay with hitting
100.
that single one. And that can be the type of thing that lives in your head rent-free for an extra split throw that you don't want it to.
Yeah, doubles are missed, but unforced errors are going to linger around. Spellman ahead 3-2 over Anstey. Savada ahead 4-2 on Cameron. Gates, Newberry.
100.
And right now, AE, I mean, averages. Whew.
Rob Cross. Not that I'm keeping tabs.
140.
Oh, as you should. Hey, their next big event is
You
Madison
got it.
Square Garden.
Yep. Rob Cross loves New York City, the defending U.S. PDC
80.
U.S. Masters champion. Practiced in McHale's, and the good vibes rubbed off on Rob Cross, and he raised the trophy.
43.
I was there at McHale's that first evening before this tournament started with Rob and Stowe.
McHale's
That was
Pub,
good-
a friend of the
100.
CDC, and I'll tease, we've got a great promo code coming. We're going to have a social media campaign. McHale's will be offering CDC fans a discount on their
180.
visits
Doug, you
into the
require
pub for the
121.
duration of the U.S. Masters.
Well, what a time for a 180 to put a lot of pressure on this 1-2-1. Treble 17. Not going to go. So Stowe, 78 left to take a 5-3 leg.
43.
5-3 lead,
70.
AE. Double 10.
68.
Oh,
Doug, you require 70.
Gives Dougie
over to you, Doug.
the chance to tie us up.
Same exact target.
38. Stowe,
And
you
another
require 10.
miss. So bunts, double 5.
Game shot in the 8th leg.
Goes in, and there's the break
Ninth leg
that
is
matters
Stowe to
right
throw
now.
first.
5-3 scoreline. Stowe shooting for
Game
the
on.
match in a spot of the semifinal.
Yeah, he's so good on those double tops that you know there still has to be some confidence in that double 5 area of the board.
137.
Look at that cover shot from Bunts to open up big, pushing Doug Boehm, asking the question, and Doug is replying.
123.
Oh. Tried to hit the 180. Instead, he just counted it on up. 1, 2, 3. Unlucky 1, 2, 3 from Doug.
60.
Stowe even
This
thought
is
that was
where-
a 180.
This is where we thought we would be, Sean Green. You know, did I not tell everybody, you know, a couple of hiccups, a couple of stub toes, but we'd find ourselves at the quarterfinals in a great spot.
45.
You've got this match, Bunts throwing a 91, Gates throwing a 90 average, Cameron a 96, Spellman 89. There's some good stuff cooking here at the
123.
CDC Cosmo Darts Classic.
Yeah, Cameron's shooting a 96, and he's down 5-3. Which, by the way, that's a rematch of the U.S. Darts Masters
134.
qualifier from weekend number 1. David Cameron, Adam Sabata. Stowe, 110 scored.
149.
Oh, what a beautiful, beautiful setup to leave 32. And that will be for the match.
Dougie acknowledges it as such.
All Doug can do is put in a 180 for fun and hope that he gets a look
99.
back.
Still, you require 32.
But for the match, Stowe bunts.
Game shot and the match.
And it goes in. 6-3 victory for Bunts, the Neon Nightmare. Defeats Doug once again in the quarterfinals. He is now 5-0 against BAME. And I know Doug will go back and look at this, so now that will live rent-free in his head for the next time those two play each other. But who will Stowe Bunts go up against? Will it be Alex Spellman or will it be Albert Anstey? Right now, Spellman up 5-2 as Adam Savada just defeated David Cameron 6-3. So, man, a lot of great action still coming your way as you see that one just finish up.
I would expect us to get the bottom semifinal. So as you said, if Savada just moved through, you okay? If you want to step away, Sean, let's stay with this quarter because Adam Savada will take the winner of this, and that should be our semifinal on our feature board. So let's check out some Gates and Newberry.
Yeah, our first look at both of these players. Caden Newberry, as Gates hits tops there to take a 4-2 lead. He played in Cleveland a few weeks ago, and he made some pretty good runs in Cleveland and kind of put his name, at least in my mouth, a few times there at the Cleveland Extravaganza. So this is, I'm sure, surprising to a lot of people. It's not as surprising to me with how well I've seen him play just in the last month of darts. But Bunts finished 6 of 15 on doubles to BAME's 3 of 11.
Stephen Bunting up 6-3 at the Nordic Darts Masters. So it looks like Bunting's going to take home that crown.
Yeah, this is actually his third finals in a row of in the World Series events for Stephen Bunting.
As Sean touched on before, the next stop for the PDC World Series of Darts is New York, the PDC US Darts Masters, June 27th and 28th. You can go to the CDC website, champdarts.com, and get information on, there's ticket links there. If there's some scant tickets available. It's an incredible turnout, and the place is going to be jammed. I'm expecting a complete sellout for, I'm talking every single seat in the house for this year. And there's also hotel information. The CDC has put together a block of rooms at the New Yorker, which is literally steps away from Madison Square Garden. So if you're still considering a trip into the Big Apple, I highly encourage it. It's going to be an amazing time, and you can get some great info and resources at champdarts.com. And you can also go there and sign up for the newsletter, for the CDC newsletter there, and you can stay up to date on all things CDC, plus promos and things from our great sponsors. And there's a ticket contest right now for tickets to Saturday's session of the North American Championship by our partners and sponsors, Winmore. You can see the beautiful Winmore Blade 6 right there, and you can go enter that contest and win a pair of tickets. In addition, we've got a great episode of Shooting the Bull coming to you in conjunction and partnership. We've got a crossover episode. Shooting the Bull and Online Darts are going to do a live lounge from McHale's Pub, McHale's Bar and Grill, Friday, June 27th at 12 p.m. So we're going to have some great guests. You come on by, have lunch, grab a pint, check out the show, and get ready for the kickoff of the PDC US Darts Masters. So we're sitting here watching Leonard Gates take on Caden Newberry. As Sean told you, Newberry's having a pretty good summer. He's tracked them over the course of a few events, and a good day today in event number 3. taking on Leonard Gates, the defending and reigning Continental Cup and cross-border champion, today's number 2 seed.
Yeah,
The winner will advance to the semifinals, and we'll see that on our feature board.
yeah, really cool to bring you this extra coverage. Huge shout out to our production team. Man, you think about where the day started to where it is now and just how clean and nice everything looks. I'm going to knock on wood here real quick. But that is a testament to the McManimal and staff for helping out with that. As Leonard's looking to take a 5-3 lead, does that with tops on a 12 darter for Leonard Gates, and that's why he is the defending Continental Cup champion, Cross Border Darts Challenge champion. He won event number 1. I can keep going if you want me to. He's a world number 1.
Oh, good Lord. Did he just put us on camera? Thank God I'm wearing clothes. Oh, my goodness. Give me some notice, young man.
Well, it's just for us. It's not for everybody else.
Oh, okay. Okay, so we can see each other. All right. It just popped up on my screen. Oh, my goodness. Thank God I'm wearing pants. As the bracket's playing out, Stowe Bunch, we just saw him get through Doug Boehm, so he's sitting at the top half of the semifinal bracket. He will take on Spellman or Anstey. Spellman is currently ahead 5-3, so you're looking at a possible 1 and 4 seed matchup. Adam Savada took out the 3 seed in Cameron, so he's waiting at the bottom of the bracket for the winner of this match. And Leonard Gates is on the verge of an appearance. And what fireworks that might be on our stream, Sean. Savada Gates. Look out.
Yeah, I mean, a match as old as time, right? We could have an all-American semifinal here. It depends on Albert Anstey's the last Canadian remaining. Otherwise, it's the 1, the 2, the 4, and the 6 seeds left in this tournament, which is, I mean,
those darn Yanks come up to Canada and spoil the party.
I'm sure there are a lot of viewers that didn't even know there were Americans playing today with our opening coverage, where we had 7 Canadians and 1 American. Then, to be fair, the 1 American, we didn't know was American until we got more information on Carlos. And it's now 5-4.
Yeah. It's back to work for Gates, and he's now, as a reminder, this is where the win by 2 comes big into play, right? Gates has to put this away to get to his 6, but if Newberry gets 5-5, we're now in some overtime, and win by 2 comes into effect.
And our top semifinal is set, AE. It is Stowe Bunch versus Alex Spellman. So this is our last match to see before we have all 4 set. If Gates wins this, both winners of events 1 and 2 will still be left in this. So here we go. Soldier stepping up. Out in front in the leg. You mentioned it, the difference here. If Caden wins this leg, Leonard now becomes 2 legs away from winning the match instead of 1. And great darts there from Caden. Soldier cannot take out the 144, so Newberry's going to get a chance at the big fish to tie this up 5 apiece.
What a big roof raiser this would be to stay alive and push it into overtime. Oh, not going to happen.
Yeah, that first start, I think he just tried a little bit too hard there, but double two is what Gates left himself. And he doesn't hit it. Wow. 3 match darts missed for Gates. Newberry can make him pay. Treble 19 for double 16.
Could be very costly. Yes, 2 darts.
This would be huge for Newberry. And he finds it in 2. It is 5-5, AE. We are at least playing 2 more legs. And this is the first time you and I have seen this format come to fruition.
And that was a break of throw, a massive break of throw for the way this is going to lay out. So essentially it becomes Gates is, if they hold, Gates is going to be chasing Newberry.
And that's a 180 from Newberry to start off this leg.
Almost too much adrenaline there. Pumped up after the $180. Settles down, right? One scoring wedge was an absolute must. He gets that.
And it looks like the wheels are falling off for Soldier right this second. 28 scored. Caden resides in Colorado. Quite a few good darters in that neck of the woods.
Morgan Dotson, Jake Womack, Gary. I should know Gary's last name. Oh, I can see his
still
face. Yep, downstairs for 16.
Man, after 12 darts, he's on tops. Yeah.
What a good leg from Caden Newberry.
For the first lead for Newberry. Oh, 3 missed. This would be huge and something that Soldier would do.
I was going to say, we know Gates is capable of this stuff. He's a player in the moment. Double 8. Just on the outside of the wire.
Wow.
I don't know much, but I know that Caden's got to get this in.
And he does. And he takes a 6-5 lead now on Leonard Gates.
That's it. It's all up to Leonard Gates. Oh, he saves himself just a bit with that third dart, but the door is ajar for Caden Newberry.
Look at the way this looks on Dart Connect, AE. That's interesting that the green's up there, like you're one leg away.
It's letting you know, yep, the player that's ahead. That is pretty darn cool.
That is pretty cool.
I love this win by 2. Great tension, great drama. We knew we'd get here at some point.
And Caden moves a treble ahead. And we were just talking about Leonard Gates, Adam Savada, and we might be thinking something else right this second here, AE.
I'm sure I'll get the letters in the mail from the Newberry clan that I spoke way too soon.
I mean, to be fair, he was down 5-3 to Leonard Gates. And that's a 180 from Soldier. Needs a big treble to leave a finish. Not going to do so. So Soldier 6 darts from 1-2-4 to tie it up at 6. At 7-7 will be the last league decider if it goes to that. Bullseye. Oh, tried to pop the balloon. Now there's some pressure on this 25 AE.
Yeah, certainly after that third dart, which was a must. So, right, two darts for Gates to get things tied up, but Newberry's sitting there behind him with the 2 dart combo. Gates gets it done, and
Yeah,
we
Newberry
keep rolling on.
Newberry just wanted a shot there, right? Just give me one look. But right back into the treble 20.
So now, interesting though, we're both in green, so we'll keep interpreting the Dart Connect scoreboard, right? You know, we know it's a lot of cool stuff. We'll just keep watching it. But so now we're back to a win by 2. You know, either player needs to go up by 2 here, so we are guaranteed at least 2 more legs of darts.
Yeah, and to simplify it even further, it's now just a race to 8. So if it does go 7-7, it will be a sudden death leg at that point anyway. So yeah, that's the way I'm going to think about it. I don't know if you at home find that a little bit easier or not.
We've got
Man,
a
this
max,
bonus coverage.
Yeah, a max 3 more legs. So now it's essentially, in a way, it's a 2 out of 3.
Yep. And Caden, after 9 darts again on 1-2-1. I've been impressed with this kid, AE.
You're telling me, and I know what Sean Green is out there seeing around the country. So I can't imagine anybody not being impressed just by watching the bonus coverage that we've been bringing to you in the last 10 to 15 minutes. How you could not be impressed by Caden Newberry.
Yeah, he had a little bit of success last year on tour and the second half of the season. Including defeating, but he also lost to Danny Baggish twice, and then Jake Womack, Jacob Taylor. I mean, people he's losing to are some of those big names. Last week, he defeated Jeremiah Millar 3-1 in set play round number 1 before losing to Ryan Vanderwhite 3-2. So good to see him off and rolling here, and definitely going to be his best finish in the CDC. It just determines how great is it going to be. He now takes a 7-6 lead, AE.
On the verge of a big knockout. And you'd have to say, in all fairness to Caden, a big upset, right?
Oh, 100%. I mean, we can say that. He hasn't even made a quarterfinal in the CDC. So even to be here is a huge step in the right direction. But right now, if he loses this match, he's going to kick himself. And I have a feeling it will be because of the name Leonard Gates and the way that Leonard can play darts when he needs to with his back up against the wall that will do that.
But I mean, so far so good. A good opening. He still looks solid. But you know, that's the real unique thing about this is that where they are now, it is a legitimate back and forth, toe to toe. It is, you know, this win by 2, and in overtime, you are staring each other in the eye, and it's the person who blinks first, right?
A 180 here would be huge. And I'm sure he was thinking the same thing. So Soldier, 6 darts from 201 to send us to a very last leg decider and sudden death leg. And, well, he's going to do all of that. Decides to hit a 180 to leave 21 instead of something else to leave it a little bit simpler, but that's all right. Soldier's going to soldier.
That's a 180 from the man from the Lone Star State. Soldier's going to soldier.
He just tries to march his way to the finish line any way he can. 5 for double 8. Let's go the distance, AE.
That's it. We didn't get it on the official feature board, but we got it in front of us by the quarterfinals. Uh-oh.
He's just telling people to go away. Yeah, but just alternate
Stop
start.
hovering around. That's it. They do re-bull.
Oh, do they?
Yes, they re-bull. Okay.
Okay. Things that we're finding
So,
out.
yeah,
And I
so
think that
this
he's
might be.
asking.
I'm hoping that this isn't a problem with the Dark Connect. Not I shouldn't say it that way, but I mean we do this in Nashville, so players have gone to the last leg, so I'm sure there's a way in Dark Connect, right? Even though it's defaulted that Gates has the throw, that you can change the start.
Yeah, you should be able to. And
Yeah.
well, that made the difference right there.
A sudden death leg will go. Well, to a certain degree, Caden that was a no lose, right? Caden's playing with house money there, right?
No, it would have been Caden's throw. Because Soldier
Was
started
it?
the last leg. Yeah.
Oh, okay. My apologies. I saw the green dot there on Gates.
Yeah. Yeah, it had stayed from the last leg.
Oh, okay.
So here we go. It will be Gates with the start. So a little bit tougher now for Newberry. He's going to have to break the throw here in this last leg.
He stood toe to toe here with the Continental and Cross Border champion, and he's still in the mix here. Gates is not, not punishing him, not pushing it. So it's to be had here for Caden, and that's going to help. Just keep it straight up and down, and that's it. 100 works in that spot.
Yep. The problem with playing against Soldier, though, is at some point he's going to explode with a big score most of the time in most legs. So even though that 44 just kind of punted it a little bit, Caden's got to keep the foot on the gas pedal, because Soldier, next thing you know, he's going to leave, 117?
Could be.
And that was not keeping your foot on the gas pedal. But Soldier's not doing much either. Only 83. Good save on the last start. Cade needs to find another big trouble. Does that. Great 135 from Caden Newberry. Will be the first to a finish, but it will be under a little bit of pressure. Not going to go here. What will he leave? And then Leonard Gates, 114 AE for the match in a spot against Adam Savada. It's not on anymore. That's not a spot where you can miss. 99 remains. So Newberry will have, hopefully, 2 darts at a double. Got the big dart out of the way. Tops for an 8-7 victory over the number 1 ranked player in the WDF rankings. And he misses it. 2 match darts. Will he get more, or will that be it? It's going to be 1 dart at tops. And he hits it. Leonard Gates hits the last dart at tops. What a battle with Caden Newberry. But Newberry's going to be kicking himself to lose that 187 AE.
What a tremendous match. How entertaining that was. Like, Newberry, yeah, the dart was there. It was in hand to knock out Gates, but on reflection, you've got to feel great about that performance. Stood toe to toe with one of the greats here in the CDC. So Caden's got he's got a lot to build on that. The qualifier tonight, an event tomorrow. So great effort from Newbury. But ultimately, it's Leonard Gates that moves through, like you said, soldier doing soldier things. So we've got coming up a semifinal on the feature board. Leonard Gates takes on Adam Savada.
Yeah, don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be right back with that and more from the Cosmo Darts Classic right after this.
The first release of the Kaze series is the Saros range. Inspired by the majestic swordfish and offered in 3 distinct barrel shapes to cater to a wide audience of players. Each of the 3 shapes are available in a single soft tip dart and 3 different steel tip weights, resulting in a total of 12 unique models, ensuring a perfect match for every player or collector. First, let's talk about what the entire range has in common, starting with the milling. We see intricate diamond-shaped cuts mimicking fish scales and a gorgeous DLC blue coating. The diamond cuts are layered in a way that provides a very aggressive texture. The front and rear sections feature fine ring cuts offset by a deeper zigzag V-cut. The unique arrangement of scales changes slightly depending on your vantage point. The mesmerizing visual effect is further enhanced by this luxurious blue coating as it refracts light into different shades of blue and purple. This is a quintessential premium look and design. Every dart in this range is made of 90% tungsten and boasts a delightful unboxing experience. Target Japan has carefully selected accessories like the dynamic wave-inspired acrylic stand on par with our swordfish theme, a silver premium Swiss point key, and custom green K-Flex flights.
Welcome to Shootin' the Bull, the official podcast of the Championship Darts Circuit.
I smell a late summer special episode on which state has the best players and do we go bowls or triples on certain outshots for these 2 gentlemen. We've got lots of content to come later this summer.
You gotta
These
get
boys
Baggish
are
on
great.
here.
You 2 plus Baggish, and we're going to have like an hour and 20 minutes on cricket strategy. Is that where we're going with this? I love it. I'm in.
There's no strategy in cricket. I'm down.
Hitcore is the streaming entertainment alternative. Live concerts and comedy? Hitcore has it. Premium high-def audio and video? Hitcore has it. A customizable entertainment experience? Hitcore has that as well. No app? No problem. Set up an account, decide what you want to watch, buy it, then press play. It's that easy. Hitcore is live and on demand 24/7. Hitcore, where every live event becomes your experience.
Unbelievable! to see. That's real darts. Pure dart. The greatest darting force on the planet right now. How about that? Oh, magnificent! Sensational darts!
First release of the Kaze series is the Saros range. Inspired by the majestic swordfish and offered in 3 distinct barrel shapes to cater to a wide audience of players. Each of the 3 shapes are available in a single soft tip dart and 3 different steel tip weights, resulting in a total of 12 unique models, ensuring a perfect match for every player or collector. First, let's talk about what the entire range has in common, starting with the milling. We see intricate diamond-shaped cuts mimicking fish scales and a gorgeous DLC blue coating. The diamond cuts are layered in a way that provides a very aggressive texture. The front and rear sections feature fine ring cuts offset by a deeper zigzag V-cut. The unique arrangement of scales changes slightly depending on your vantage point. The mesmerizing visual effect is further enhanced by this luxurious blue coating as it refracts light into different shades of blue and purple. This is a quintessential premium look and design. Every dart in this range is made of 90% tungsten and boasts a delightful unboxing experience. Target Japan has carefully selected accessories like the dynamic wave-inspired acrylic stand on par with our swordfish theme, a silver premium Swiss point key, and custom green K-Flex flights.
Welcome to Shootin' the Bull, the official podcast of the Championship Darts Circuit.
I smell a late summer special episode on which state has the best players and do we go bulls or triples on certain outshots for these 2 gentlemen. We've got lots of content to come later this summer.
That, you got to
These
get
boys
Baggish
are
on
great.
here.
You 2 plus Baggish, and we're going to have like an hour and 20 minutes on cricket strategy. Is that where we're going with this? I love it. I'm in.
There's no strategy in cricket. I'm down.
Welcome back to the Cosmo Darts Classic.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the semifinal of the Cosmo Darts Classic. I'm Sean Green, joined by my partner in comms, Anthony Eugenia. AE,
60.
We have a great one. Leonard Gates taking on Adam Savada.
And they're off and running already. Yeah, we've got these are two absolutely epic semifinals coming up.
180.
Bunce and Spellman and Gates and Savada. Here we go, everybody. Buckle in.
140.
Yeah, you got a nice 180 there from Savada already. In this 136 left, and it's on. If you remember weekend
100.
number 1 AE, these two players had themselves a very special moment on our stream that involved this right here from Leonard Gates, a 161 checkout. Before that, Adam Savada was 8 darts
47.
perfect into the 9 darter and wired the double 12. In fact, this is the 3rd time in our 4 events this year that we've had a semifinal that features this battle between Adam Savada and Leonard Gates.
28.
Becoming an absolute classic matchup on the championship dart circuit.
It would be more of a classic if the battle was more even-keeled. But as it stands, Leonard Gates 4-0 against Savada in 3 semifinals and 1 final.
They play in big moments and big spots. And Gates has been the guy. Like you asked earlier, did Bame know his record? And you sure he did. You know, Savada knows the record, and Savada wants some payback, and it's going to start here and now for the Reaper.
On double 8, and nobody misses double 8, AE. Or double 4, excuse me, nobody misses double 4. That's the actual
So
right
says
thing.
Gordon Dixon. And
yes,
we know
exactly.
Gordon's out there watching.
85.
85 there from Gates to get us started here in leg number 2. Race to 6, must win by 2 clear legs here in this semifinal.
100.
The Cosmo Darts Classic, event number 3 on the road to the CDC Continental Cup Tour Finals Championship in Philadelphia, PA.
100.
So we'll keep tabs on the other semi. Bunce and Spellman not underway yet. That's expected to go on stream 2, so we'll keep you up to date on what the scores are on
85.
that match.
64.
Oh, and only 64 there from Soldier. So an opportunity for Savada, the Reaper. They're on similar teams, sister teams with Red Dragon and Winmore.
140.
But the battle
Same corporate
continues
structure.
to brew on this dartboard between
100.
these two. And AE, the really surprising thing, Adam Savada this year has averaged 92.7 and a 90 against Leonard Gates. The final scoreline of those matches were 7-2 and 6-3.
Huh.
And this is on. This is on. Double 16 for a 152 checkout with Adam Savada on 36.
Game shot.
And he drills it.
Savada's just about had it with Gates' big checkouts. Enough, dude.
Adam Savada sitting on a 13 darter potentially and just wrecked by a 152 from Soldier. It continues to happen to him. He's like, fine. I'm going to start off even better, 140.
And you can't even joke that Savada will be like, all right, I'll throw a 9. I mean, that's pretty much what he tried to do last time.
Yes, it is. And you can see the focus right now on Adam Savada.
137.
Both of these gentlemen already going to Madison Square Garden later this month as a part of the team for the North Americans. Mm-hmm. So you're seeing hey, PDC guys, if you're watching right now, 109 playing 97.
That's what's coming at you.
And that's a 180
for the Reaper.
Yes, sir. The average goes up.
60.
244 after 9.
Game shot.
Oh,
This
baby, we got
man-
some fireworks.
This man means business.
An 11 darter there from Adam Savada, and the Reaper is trying to mow down Soldier, who continues to march
100.
along towards that finish line. Still left in this AE is 4 of the top 6 seeds. Still left in this
180.
are our 2 winners from events 1 and 2 this year. This is the repeat of the semifinals of event number 1 and a repeat of the semifinals in the cross-border darts challenge. So, I mean, as far as star power goes, this is about as good as it gets, and Adam Savada goes 5 in.
Yeah, but to your point, yeah, I mean, this is you're getting a cross section. You know, obviously there's other players,
99.
but for right now, this moment in time, I mean, this is about as good as it gets. The cream of the crop in the last 6 months on the championship dart circuit. And you know, you mentioned that this semi in front of us, both guys are
97.
qualified for New York City. The other side are 2 players that are battling out to get on that order of merit. You know, Bunce is ahead, but we know Bunce has some wins coming off his
180.
tally, and Spellman is, you know, a weekend sweep away from, you know, booking a spot to New York. So double 12 for Savada. These boys are moving fast. And I talked over a 180 from the Soldier.
That's okay, AE. That 180, though, puts a lot of pressure on the 84 for Savada, who's now on double 3, but Soldier to tie it up. 81 left, 2 darts at double 12. Oh, no, he misses the big number and into an odd. 15 remains.
So now from Savada, are we going straight at it, or are we going to go 2 double 2? Straight at it.
I think because of where it's located and because of how flat his dart is when it goes into the board, I kind of like straight at it for him.
Did we lose? What did we lose? We lose something on our equipment? What are we checking the floor for?
I mean, a lot of hair has been lost.
Ouch.
73.
I mean, listen. They're both shiny, okay? I don't think we need to hold that against them. I'll get there
plays
eventually.
6.
Who's this bigger for? The 6 or the 8?
6.
Game shot.
And the 6 goes in. Adam Savada takes a 3-1 lead now on Soldier, and it's a break a throw, which is probably why you said the 6, AE.
That is correct. He's now halfway home. Even though you've got to win by 2, if you can outrace your opponent at this pace, you don't need to worry about that. And certainly with the throw. In our other semifinal, Stowe Bunch just opened up a 2-0 lead on Alex Spellman.
Yeah, and Stowe averaging 97 right now in the process.
90.
But man, with how these two are playing right here, AE, this almost seems like the final. And that's another one from Leonard Gates.
Get him, Gator. Both players over 100 average now. And a lot of times that is the case, Sean, that you know the 2 of the hotter players on the 100. One side of the bracket. But in all fairness, you know, we know what Bunce can do, and Bunce is throwing his own 97 average, and of course Alex Spellman is a Continental 97. Cup champion in his own right. So any of these 4 guys can get super hot, but right now this is as good as it gets. So either either one of these guys that gets, to your point, that gets through this has got to
41.
feel really, really, really confident going into the final.
Soldier, bullseye for a 12.
42.
Well, leaves 42. That could have been a worse miss. So he'll take that. Savada back on 210. It will only be 2 darts for Soldier at a double, which is why when he has that 50 left in the last shot and his opponent on a finish, I'd rather him tee that up a lot more than he does. I know he loves hitting that bullseye, but takes the dart out of his hand. And while he has no weakness to his game, as he does pin 88, if there was one, it would be on his doubles, just because of how well he scores. So you kind of want as many opportunities at that double as you can for Soldier. But if you're the WEF world number 1, I'm not going to sit there and talk to you about it.
He gets that break back.
140.
140. Could be a big, big pivotal moment here in the match.
First start's perfect.
Gates holds.
140.
Yeah, look at this. 140, 140 start here. This is the type of match that you do not need your entire chair for, AE.
Only the edge.
And hopefully you've strapped on a seatbelt.
45. $41.
And we're starting to see them slow down just a scotch here together.
$100.
So we're looking at the doubles here. Savada's 3 of 7.
85.
And Soldier's 2 of 5.
$95.
I believe there's 3 180s apiece between the two of them. For 6 for the match. Savada's right back in it. Trying to pressure this 1-2-1.
Out to the bull.
82.
Ideally.
That was the plan.
61 left. Bullseye.
84.
And again, not even a whiff at the 25. And this would make up for the 152. It won't go, though.
$58.
So Soldier cleanup duty here on 37.
37 points between Gates and a tied-up match.
5.
Oh, my goodness. That second one looked so good. I thought that was in. And Adam Savada with a huge opportunity to cash in 95. So 20 would give him a look back at the bull.
That's a pretty good marker for that bull, too.
Triple. All right. Bullseye for Adam Savada to take
shot.
a 4-2 lead. And it goes in. Nails it. Adam Savada.
What a marker on that first dart. It just looked primed to go. And for the first time, I think against Gates, Savada probably feels like he got away with a big score and a big finish to really cement control. What can the Soldier still do
60.
if he wants to keep marching ahead? Look at the Reaper. 1, 2, 3 there from Savada.
$60.
Still averaging over a ton after here in leg number 7.
35.
On the other side of the bracket, Stowe Bunce is just heating up just
60.
opened up a 4-1 advantage over Alex Spellman and is at a 102.71 average. Couple of freight trains headed towards each other, Sean Green.
Game shot.
As that 103 checkout goes for Savada for a 12-darter there. We have two players right now, AE, in opposite semifinals, both averaging over 102.
100.
I don't care what country this is in, that's special.
Good stuff is good stuff on any continent, and this is good stuff.
131.
100 plus average is world-class darts.
And Savada continues to raise it up.
45.
Another two trouble visit there from Adam. The Reaper is trying to finally get over the soldier hump, and he's doing it
140.
extremely well. Another 140 there from Savada, now in the driver's seat. Stolen the throw already of Leonard Gates. And leg number 8.
100.
Trying to destroy him. $75 scored.
I mean, there's a lot of reasons for
95.
Savada to really push, put the pedal down and try and get this done. I mean, you talked about the record, right? You know Gates is there. In no means you want to give Leonard Gates any oxygen and any room to move. And if you can put him away, you want to put him away.
66 remains, I believe. Yep.
79.
So he'll come back with 56 if Leonard doesn't take out something special like a 156 here. Oh, he won't.
60.
And here we go. Savada should get 3, or should get 2 darts at a double here.
Game shot in the match. Adam Savada.
Only needs one, and Adam Savada books his place in the final of the Cosmo Darts Classic, where he will face either Sto Bunce or Alex Spellman. What a doozy of a topper do we have in store for you, everybody.
Yeah, 103.2 average there for Adam Savada in that semifinal. The Reaper just destroys Leonard Gates there. And, folks, we might as well bring you some bonus coverage over here on our streaming board. AE, you want to stay here, or do you want to just put up this beautiful graphic and let everybody watch? I'm good either way, my friend.
Well, we got to let the people watch, no?
Oh, well, the people are definitely going to watch. I'm just saying, are we going to stay? Are we
going to hang out? Well, we'll hang around and, until nature calls.
There's nothing wrong with hanging out for a Sto Bunce Alex Spellman match. That's for sure.
Absolutely not.
This is the 11th time these two have played each other in the CDC. That's got to be one of the most as far as battles go. 7 wins for Sto Bunce, 3 for Spellman, even though Spellman has averaged over a point higher in their head-to-head average. This is a rematch of the semifinals in event number 14 in Brownsburg and a rematch of the finals in event number 11 last year in Niagara Falls. Spellman teeing it up there, but Sto Bunce 170 take a 5-2 lead. It's on. It's on. Bullseye. Oh. He does not go fishing, but 42 if he comes back, but Spellman on 32.
I don't think he liked
And
the way
breaks
that
it right
left his
back.
hand.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he got excited, as I did.
So Adam Savada, the Reaper, awaits either the Neon Nightmare, Stowe Bunce, or the Jackal, Alex Spellman, in the final of the Cosmo Darts Classic.
That was also a break a throw for Spellman. So essentially back on throw here. A huge reminder that these two gentlemen are both not qualified right now for MSG, but they both will be about in the driver's seat of that spot at MSG, depending on how this one finishes up. That's a 140 to put Spellman on the 141 checkout. Spellman leaving it even after the first start. 120 remains. A little bit of a punt job there, only 41 scored. Stowe can put some pressure on with a big finish or a big turn. Not going to do quite that. Does leave it 154. Tops. Yeah. Not the best look at tops for Spellman. I think he tried to be safe with Stowe back there, but I can see Stowe going 19s. He doesn't, and it's on until it's not. Ooh. So now just what can he do to pressure the 40 left from Spellman? Smart play to utilize the bull there. Double 10 to tie it up for a piece. No. Stowe Bunce should have 2 darts at tops, and I always say dead taxes and Stowe Bunce at tops, AE.
What an opportunity for Spellman missed there. It looked like Bunce was gonna. There you go. There's your guarantee. Bunce gets a look at tops and cashes in. So this is where we thought this match was going to go. Spellman had an opportunity to stop the Neon Nightmare, the freight train, but it keeps chugging along.
Good last start, but still not much done there to start off with. Who is going to battle in the Cosmo Darts Classic with Adam Savada in the final? Stowe Bunce definitely in the driver's seat here. Savada in that semifinal was 6 of 10 on his doubles. 60% checkout rate.
Bunce in a great
80.
spot here with six darts to bring it on home and make the final.
Yeah, leaves the 150. Let's see if he goes the bullseye route for the fans.
I'm like Sean Green is sitting there inside going, do it. Do it.
I mean, no matter what, Spellman's not going to leave a finish here. So, you got 6 darts. Might as well have fun with it.
Is that you have 6, and again, if you know that you're playing if you're playing somebody who might get the showmanship of it, it's not going to pick up a chair and try to hit you over the back with it. But if you've got 6, I think that actually allows you to play around like that. I shouldn't say play around because you don't want to be disrespectful, but like to try and do something really cool.
Well, this is really cool as well. Tops goes in for the 17 darter for Stowe Bunt's 6-3 victory over Alex Spellman and AE. We have ourselves an All-American final, and Stowe Bunt's trying to get a second title of the year. Can he get it done?
Lot of stuff. We've got a clash, a slobber knocker, a barn burner coming up. You know, throw them out there. That's what Bunt Savata is going to be. I think one of the bigger stories we've been watching. I mean, I think that you know it almost feels like that Bunt's making it to the final might have secured that order of merit spot. That Cameron didn't get that far.
Yeah.
Spellman was a little further back from Cameron and then just fell a little bit, that it feels, of course, the numbers have to come through, but, that win just now might very well, on retrospect, have secured a spot at MSG for Bunts. But, as you said, Bunts has got a title already in 25, looking for another one of those. Savata's looking to hoist his first trophy in 25. Boy, oh boy, it's going to be a good one.
Yeah, the final of the Cosmo Darts Classic will be coming your way next. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be right back with more right after this.
The first release of the Kaze series is the Saros range. Inspired by the majestic swordfish and offered in 3 distinct barrel shapes to cater to a wide audience of players. Each of the 3 shapes are available in a single soft tip dart and 3 different steel tip weights, resulting in a total of 12 unique models, ensuring a perfect match for every player or collector. First, let's talk about what the entire range has in common, starting with the milling. We see intricate diamond-shaped cuts mimicking fish scales and a gorgeous DLC blue coating. The diamond cuts are layered in a way that provides a very aggressive texture. The front and rear sections feature fine ring cuts offset by a deeper zigzag V-cut. The unique arrangement of scales changes slightly depending on your vantage point. The mesmerizing visual effect is further enhanced by this luxurious blue coating as it refracts light into different shades of blue and purple. This is a quintessential premium look and design. Every dart in this range is made of 90% tungsten and boasts a delightful unboxing experience. Target Japan has carefully selected accessories like the dynamic wave-inspired acrylic stand on par with our swordfish theme, a silver premium Swiss point key, and custom green K-Flex flights.
Welcome to Shootin' the Bull, the official podcast of the Championship Darts Circuit.
I smell a late summer special episode on which state has the best players and do we go bulls or triples on certain outshots for these two gentlemen. We've got lots of content to come later this summer.
That, you gotta
These
get
boys
Baggish
are
on
great.
here.
You two plus Baggish, and we're going to have like an hour and 20 minutes on cricket strategy. Is that where we're going with this? I love it. I'm in.
There's no strategy in cricket. I'm down.
Hitcore is the streaming entertainment alternative. Live concerts and comedy? Hitcore has it. Premium high-def audio and video? Hitcore has it. A customizable entertainment experience? Hitcore has that as well. No app? No problem. Set up an account, decide what you want to watch, buy it, then press play. It's that easy. Hitcore is live and on demand 24/7. Hitcore, where every live event becomes your experience.
Unbelievable! That's what I like to see. That's real darts. Pure dart! The greatest darting force on the planet right now. How about that? Oh, magnificent! Sensational darts!
First release of the Kaze series is the Saros range. Inspired by the majestic swordfish and offered in 3 distinct barrel shapes to cater to a wide audience of players. Each of the 3 shapes are available in a single soft tip dart and 3 different steel tip weights, resulting in a total of 12 unique models, ensuring a perfect match for every player or collector. First, let's talk about what the entire range has in common, starting with the milling. We see intricate diamond-shaped cuts mimicking fish scales and a gorgeous DLC blue coating. The diamond cuts are layered in a way that provides a very aggressive texture. The front and rear sections feature fine ring cuts offset by a deeper zigzag V-cut. The unique arrangement of scales changes slightly depending on your vantage point. The mesmerizing visual effect is further enhanced by this luxurious blue coating as it refracts light into different shades of blue and purple. This is a quintessential premium look and design. Every dart in this range is made of 90% tungsten and boasts a delightful unboxing experience. Target Japan has carefully selected accessories like the dynamic wave-inspired acrylic stand on par with our swordfish theme, a silver premium Swiss point key, and custom green K-Flex flights.
Welcome to Shootin' the Bull, the official podcast of the Championship Darts Circuit.
I smell a late summer special episode on which state has the best players and do we go bulls or triples on certain outshots for these 2 gentlemen. We've got lots of content to come later this summer.
You gotta
These
get
boys
Baggish
are
on
great.
here.
You 2 plus Baggish, and we're going to have like an hour and 20 minutes on cricket strategy. Is that where we're going with this? I love it. I'm in.
There's no
'Cause
strategy
basically,
in cricket. I'm down.
Welcome back to the Cosmo Darts Classic.
Thank you so much, Jim. And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the moment we've been waiting for, the final of event number 3, the Cosmo Darts Classic on the road to the CDC Continental Cup Tour Finals Championship in Philadelphia. I'm Sean Green, joined once again by my partner in comms, the great Anthony Eugenia. AE, this is going to be a heck of a final.
This has all the promise, right? This is two guys that can score really well. We've tracked them in their semifinals. Both played for a majority of that match, over 100. We both know that their finishing can be just superb. You know, my partner here likes to say death, taxes, and tops for Stowe bunts. And you know, Savada with a couple of ton-plus checkouts can be absolutely lethal on his combination finishing. So this really has the makings of a explosion of a match. We're interested to see this cool, you know, win by 2 format twist. If this gets pushed in that direction, what sort of fun we can have with that. But either way, you know, I would not think that either of these guys are going to disappoint, and we do have a great final in store. A barn burner, a slobber knocker, a just in fuego fest coming up.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned it. In that semifinal for both guys, Stowe bunts averaged a great 93.5, but Savada averaged 103.2. So I'd say advantage heading into this is probably favoring Savada just by form. However, these two guys have played head-to-head against each other in the CDC twice. Finals back in 2024 in event number 14. Adam Savada won that 7-3. And then, well, the very last event that we had, event number 2, the semifinal, Stowe bunts defeated Savada 4-1 in that set play format. Their averages head-to-head is a 97.7 for Savada and a 95.7 for Stowe bunts. So, AE, we're in for a great one.
They're going to bring it, and that's it. Game on.
But they're not going to bring it right away for Stowe. As Adam.
He didn't hear me clearly enough.
Yeah.
Neither did Adam. All right. All right, boys, ready?
Let's try it again.
Game on.
Oh, and he still missed a treble. That's all right. He found it on the recovery shot.
82.
Cosmo Darts Classic. Who is going to find themselves in the championship spot? Both Team DJD
100.
players. And we got the DJD Masters, event number 4 tomorrow morning into afternoon, starting at 11 a.m. Eastern time.
Start a little earlier on Sunday. Helps everybody get away on Sunday night. But don't forget, everybody, this is not the end of CDC Darts. Although we will not be bringing you streaming coverage, there will be full coverage on DCTV via Dart Connect of qualifier number 2 for the PDC US Darts Masters. And that will come to you promptly at the conclusion of this finals. Right now, the tournament staff, led by the tournament director, Peter Cetera, is setting up the bracket, getting things kicked off, and I would even imagine, Sean Green, there might even be some darts being played on the floor as this finishes up.
Yeah, I would imagine so. And, well, you just named what we're going to be doing this evening. And that's at some point watching Dart Connect as it gets down through it. It's always fun to see, of course, Adam Savada getting across the finish line in the first qualifier. And right now he's on the 156 checkout opportunity, not going to be able to take it out. So Stowe will have a chance with throw to take out 64 to hold in leg number 1. But yeah, I cannot wait to see how that one turns out and who's going to be in that 7th position out of the 8.
You can keep tabs on CDC social media. Stowe, a rare miss for tops, but Savada comes back and gets his look at double 20.
He's got to take this out. Double 10. And he doesn't. 3 darts to break the throw. Wasted.
And Stowe pleasantly surprised that he gets another look. First dart in. Yeah, we know Stowe. All that hype, and You gave us a pub leg, but that's all right. We'll forgive these boys. It's been a long, long day, and it's going to get hot. I can guarantee you. I'll put my reputation on the line that you're going to see some spectacular darts in quick fashion here in the final. I've looked at the Masters qualifier is not yet drawn, so I'll keep an eye out to see when that gets organized. Like I said, I know the tournament staff is working on that. You can keep up to date, on the CDC social media this evening, so you can peek into that as things progress. And of course, you can watch every match in real time on Dart Connect on the Dart DCTV scoreboards.
All right, AE, here's my first question for you. Do you have an early pick for the North American Darts Championship? Even though the field's not set yet, we still have 2 more players to add. But do you have like any feelings out of the 6 that are already there?
No, I would like to refrain to see who gets in, because I still think that there's some really quality operators. We're looking at one, possibly Stowe Bunce, who's in the lead in the order of merit, who might get in.
82.
Do you want me to pick one out of those 6?
You don't need to. It was just more of a question I had for you.
You've got somebody, I think, in mind.
42. Adam,
I do, and I think that it's a hands down pick as Adam goes for double 18 and pins it to make it 1-1. That was a 13 darter from Savada in leg number 2. I mean, it's Madison Square Garden. Based on the last few things that have happened at Madison Square Garden, sports-wise, I think someone from Indiana coming in is going to dominate their opponents there. I think it's Danny Lobby. I think it's an easy.
I
Danny
see
Lobby
what
pick.
as a New Yorker and a Knickerbocker fan, I see the dig you just gave us. Okay, so the Indiana boy on an Indiana night is going to come rolling into the MSG in the Big Apple and take down everybody. Is that what you're telling me, Sean Green?
I'm just going off of the history that's happened in the last month at MSG.
Recent history. Okay.
I love a little Knicks-Pacers renewed rivalry, and I love that both teams are young and feisty, and hopefully it's a great rivalry for years and years. Again,
I think he filled it up, and that's a 180 for the Neon Nightmare.
All right, Savada back at 261 is going to need to find himself big trouble to leave a finish. Not going to do so. So Stowe 6 clear from 144. Might not need him. He's gonna need him.
So before we get off, you need to give me let's both pick players in the qualifier to keep an eye out for everybody.
Oh, that's a great. I like it.
100. Stowe, you require 43.
I'm gonna go David Cameron tonight. I know that's probably a little bit of a cop-out pick. He's going to be one of the favorites heading into it anyway. I just think that tomorrow doesn't really matter to Dave. I think he knows that he's really already too far out of it with this being the final here when it comes to the order of merit spot. So I know that he's going to put a lot in tonight. And to make the finals in the first one and not get the job done, I think that fire is going to burn a little bit more for him than maybe anyone else in the field. Outside pick is Doug Bain.
Oh, well, you just took my pick out, but I wasn't even. I don't think you called Doug Babe an outside pick, to be honest with you.
Well,
I mean, I was going to throw that out as red meat, as almost one of the not favorites, but I think you don't get further than one hand in consideration.
100
and have Bame in that convo. So I'm gonna try and dig deep and look at the roster and give you.
A dark horse? We can do dark horses too.
Yeah, I just saw somebody that is a seed, but yet not a top 8 seed. So I'm gonna go with Jake Womack.
Ooh, I like that one.
Yeah, I'm going with Jake Womack to book his spot tonight at MSJ.
And I think Womack would be one of those players that, while if you've been paying attention, you'll know who he is. For our overseas viewers anyway, but
60.
it might be a
So
little
you
bit more of
require
that surprise pick that we'd be thinking about, like a surprise spot, potentially. Now for us it's not, but
yeah,
like I said,
exactly.
for the outsiders
he
it
would
might be.
he would
Adam, you
fit
require
that bill
150.
that you had said of those players that you know, when you're on the inside, you know their talent, but on the outside, it'd be a new commodity. So Bunce is going to get a look at the 109.
Require 109.
And even though Savada opened us up big, Bunce is settled in, and 104. So it's got to be 18s for Bull. Doesn't make it happen. So 67 for Savada to tie us up.
67.
See if you can do this in a clean 2. Nope, it's going to take all 3. Double 16. 51. And he goes inside, and now a huge opportunity for Bunce.
Just kisses the inside wire. So Bunce.
41. Yep.
3 10s to set up a double 18. We've got a score correction. Okay.
It was funny. It almost looked like Stowe did the reset the shot clock or the play clock. Double 8 does go for Savada, so it is a 2-2 score line now.
Game on.
So we're all square here in the final of the Cosmo Darts Classic, coming to you from Cambridge, Ontario, event number 3 on the 2025 Road to the Continental Cup Tour Finals Championship in Philadelphia.
140.
And that date, that's the finals. I should know that off the top of my head.
78.
And by the way, when you look down at the list and you said, "Oh, I see someone here that is not a top 8 seed, but one that I would pick," I thought you were going to say Jason Brandon. So there's my
41.
I'm just going to pick everybody else in the field.
Just
go one by one.
But of course, I mean, we saw, Jason, if you know Jason, he's about as tough as they come. Solid player, great run at Lakeside. So, yeah, we talk about these players, you get a taste. Jason's been up on that stage. He's got a thirst and he wants to quench that thirst to get back on stage at MSG.
60.
Only 60 there from Stowe. So Savada can put some pressure on the 83 left. Definitely not the scoring power that we saw from even
60.
either player in the
83.
semifinal. However, it's really hard to expect them to repeat that. We can always ask for it, but it's hard to expect it.
Need to go the bull route, so maybe we'll see 10s here. Yep, a 16 to leave tops.
43.
Not that Adam Savada can't take out that 160, but it's, more of a percentage play from Bunce. So there you go. He's going to get a look at that double tops.
92.
And I'm willing to bet that Savada, when he saw the tee up, was hoping to punish it.
Game shot in the 5th leg.
Stowe does get it in on dart 2. Death taxes and tops, and Stowe Bunce takes a 3-2 lead here in this final. It's been chalk so far, AE.
It has. And to your comment about when Bunce sets it up there,
91.
What does that do to Savada sitting on that 160? Right? It could certainly have one way or the other, right? It makes Savada grit his teeth a little bit more to say I'm gonna punish that, but that determination could also be a little too much pressure, right? Too much tightness. So Bunce is kind of causing
100.
that to make a player maybe try a little too hard. And of course, it's all about execution, right? If it's execution, if the player executes it, it was like, oh, he had the determination, and if he missed it, it was like, hey, a little too much pressure. That's a 180 from the Neon Nightmare. Let's see if Savannah can match.
Ooh.
Just on the other side of the wire.
135.
Does hit the 135, but unfortunately that will not leave a finish. So Stowe.
So let's talk for a minute while we're in the middle
95.
of this match about, you know, that this is event 3 of 16 on the circuit. There's an increase in prize money this year. There's a whole 13 more events to play for.
99.
There's an expansion in
Still
prize
you
money.
require 86.
There's an expansion. First place now in the Continental Cup is $5,000. You've got expanded PDC opportunities. Players
61.
going to the Winmar World
you
Masters.
require 76.
We expect there to be maybe a small increase in the amount of players going to the World Championship. So there is a lot to play for in a lot of events still
No
left
score.
to go on the championship dart circuit.
Still you require 25.
And a bust from Adam Savada.
Yeah, that's surprising. Double 4.
21.
Oh, and
Adam,
he
you
misses it on the
require
inside.
76.
So Savada, 76 remains. Double 8. I mean, I know some people miss double 4, but not very many.
Game
And
shot
it's
in
not going to be
sixth
Savada
leg.
there. 3-3 scoreline. What a huge dart.
Seventh leg.
Not in this crowd. It pens it right in the middle of the bed. I don't know what we got going on the floor. More talk about the floor.
Yeah, no idea.
$58.
Again, it's early. I'm
26.
gonna give you a little look at the other side of the conversation I just had. There's still tons to play, but there's also foundations to be built, right?
134.
There's World Championship spots that go to the top U.S. player, top Canadian player, but also the player that finishes first overall wins the Jay Tomlinson
91.
Award, but gets to go to Q School in the second phase. So, you know, Bunce has a win under his belt already this year. Two wins gets, you know, that's 36 points, a big
17.
foundation to you know, come out of New York and head towards the rest of the summer. So, you know, sometimes some real pivotal stuff can happen early on in the season
60.
and give you that buffer that you can just build on and keep the Wolves at bay as the dog days of summer unfold.
No, you're exactly right, especially with it being this
100.
early in the season, like you mentioned earlier. So there's a lot to play for the rest of the year. I know MSG is what's on everybody's mind right this second, but as soon as June ends, it's back to
66.
Continental Cup, Tour Championship Finals, getting the positioning for that. Spots
Yeah,
it
we're
overseas, and you know, way more to
105.
play for.
Yeah, we're right back at it. July 11th to 13th outside Chicago, and we've got 2 weekends in August. So, you know, in a month and a half,
So you
3
require
big
87.
weekends before we finish up mid-September in Indianapolis before heading to Philadelphia for Sean Green's birthday party.
There you go. Hey, we'll call it that. As Stowe misses the big
37.
number,
Adam, you
and that
require
might really
70.
hurt, as Savada's going to get a shot here at the 78 AE.
You'd imagine
Trying to get a
one
birthday
dart
party
at
of
a
his own.
double, and that's what he'll get. He'll get a look at tops.
Game
And he
shot in
pins
seventh
it.
leg. Eighth leg. is
Huge break and
Adam's
throw for the
first.
Reaper.
Game on.
And we are starting to creep towards it. It is first to 7, but reminder, we do
95.
have that win by 2 twist on it. So we're starting to get into that realm of, can somebody put a little distance and get closer to that 7 and put it away
99.
at 7? Or are they going to have to get over that win by 2 hurdle?
This is a moment where that can happen. But it's only a break and
78.
throw if you hold it to the next leg.
130.
Stowe utilizing the bold there for the 130 shot.
$60.
Stowe is only 30% on his doubles in the match so far.
130.
And again, the 130.
Back-to-back 130s from
85.
bunts puts him in a
Still require
position
142.
to break right back against Savada.
Another one of those. Oh, would have left tops. Triple 14. Yep.
82.
He had 74 remaining, so now comes back with 60. Savada on 183. Raises his eyebrows as the first start goes perfect.
Do it! Do it!
133.
Oh, he doesn't, but that's
Still
a smart
requires
move.
Darn it for sensible darts.
That's a good marker for Stowe to break right back. Ooh, it's got to be double 10.
Game shot.
And it goes in.
What
4 to
an
4.
important dart.
Is Stowe to throw first.
Major.
Wow.
Game on.
Gets that break back. But, I mean, Savada with what a big setup that was. The momentum was leaning towards Savada. And Bunce shuts him down. Break back. We're all square. 4 apiece. We are creeping along
97.
to overtime, are we not, Sean?
We are. Yeah, it's... I know that we mentioned it a little bit earlier about, we'd love to see this go, the entire way. I think we're both still in agreement for that. That last leg would be when it's 8-8, correct? Or is it when it's 9-9?
140.
Quick math, like I said earlier, add 4. So if we are at best of 13, so that would be 17. So 17 is 8-7.
115.
Yep. 9. Okay, so 9
yep.
9-8.
Yep.
9-7. 9-7. Yep. So.
So there you go. So if it gets to 8-8, so we're halfway to a potential
40.
sudden death leg.
Correct.
Which means they might be 5 legs away from the title.
Yeah,
they
so
might be
8-3.
3.
Yeah. So 8-8 would be your maximum.
I love it. Savada's going to put some pressure on this 95.
83.
Oh, what
Still
a
you require
last starter.
95.
So unlucky. See how Stowe attacks this? Well, ideally it was at the bull. But now Savada's going to shot here at this 141.
63. Adam, you require 141.
Way up.
39. Still you require 32.
They're doing the mess around right there.
Game shot.
And the
ninth
double 8
leg.
does go in on the bottom corner pocket
10th leg is
for
Adam
Stowe,
to
and
first.
5-4 lead now for Stowe Bunce.
Game on.
Other than the 2 breaks, it's been pretty chalk.
That wasn't the most
140.
attractive leg, but Stowe will take it. And certainly as a whole to throw.
140.
And just like that, the boys turn it back on,
Yeah.
matching 140s.
$100.
The battle is on.
85.
Adam Savada, the Reaper, from just outside Phoenix,
96.
Arizona. Of course, the Portsmouth, Virginia native at Stowe Bunce. doing battle in Cambridge, Ontario.
58.
Where Stowe has had a lot of winning success in the past.
What a missed opportunity there for bunts with Savada on a bogey. I mean, a disappointing 58. I mean, I know he needed to do some work, but a 140 would have really put him in a much better position.
76.
And a great setup from Savada to leave a look at 32. So double 16 to tie us up. Double 8. On to the double 4s.
Game shot in the 10th leg.
So why, Sean, I mean, what's the magic about the double 4, right? We can't hit one, can't hit another, but double 4, boom, goes in.
I mean, I think just like after that point, 44. It really does become like scary. Double 2, double 1 are not fun at all. It's just, I think that's just part of it. Also, it's just, if you say it happens all the time, you're going to point out all the times that it does happen. You're going to erase all those times that it doesn't.
57.
Built-in confidence. So we're all tied at 5 legs apiece.
Yep, this is going to be,
85.
No matter what, whoever wins this leg will be 1 leg away from victory. And if their opponent wins that next leg, after that, they will go back to 2 legs away from victory. And that's
this is like the last exit on the highway
100.
before we get to that overtime session. So whoever wins this, it's in that overtime feel. You've got to win and put it away, or else now we're down that road of back and forth legs.
140.
Yeah, Savada. And bunts are battling, and that's a 180 from Stowe bunts. Leaves the 145 AE.
What a timely turn. Absolute timing, right?
140. Stowe, you require 145.
And of course, going to be pressured, but it's on. Oh.
129.
I love the shake of the head,
Adam,
treble 18. That's always my favorite.
I know, like the casual toss, and it goes in.
It's going to be 2 at double 8. And Savada breaks the throw of Stowe bunts at the exact perfect time if he wants to reap this.
Which was the massive moment in what we just laid out. So now he can put the match away, and bunts has to break to not only stay in the match, but now to put us into that overtime zone.
And it makes it harder there after the 2 treble start.
95.
He was down 5-4. Wins the last 2 legs on the spin, and what a timely break a throw to give him this opportunity, and he keeps finding trebles.
140.
The pressure mounts on Stowe bunts, but we know he can answer the call.
Look at the look on Sabata's face. I don't think I've ever seen him more serious than he is right this
98.
second. Stowe needs a big treble,
87.
Not going to get it.
Adam, you require 120.
99 would have left the 170, so he even misses the big number there just to leave a finish. Does not need to go the bullseye route, so he's not going to. 44 remains for Savada for the tee-up.
92.
He will have 3 match starts incoming.
What a good leg from Adam Savada in timely fashion. Opens
64.
Up big.
Adam, you require 32.
2 big setup turns and double 16 to win this title. Double 8.
Game shot.
Double 8 goes in, and Adam Savada takes the Cosmo Darts Classic title with a 7-5 win over Stowe bunts. I mean, sometimes, Sean, we see, the player of the day, other players had some good days today. Stowe bunts, David Cameron, but, Adam Savada impressed all day long. Big scoring, big finishing. more to come tomorrow, but just in and of itself, you got to be excited for Adam Savada going into New York City.
Oh, 100%. I mean, it gives him some momentum for that. It gives him the confidence for the rest of the season too, which is huge, right? What we mentioned earlier, it's not just about MSG, it's about what happens afterwards. We've now had 3 different winners in our first 3 weekends, which is always a special thing to have occur. But man, Savada was the best player on the day and gets the job done there. AE, it's been a pleasure today, my friend.
Absolute pleasure, Sean. I look forward to joining you tomorrow. I know you're going to close us out here in a second, but I'm going to step away. Well, I'll be back with you tomorrow for the DJD Masters. And don't forget, everybody, keep tabs on social media and Dark Connect for tonight's second qualifier. Lots for me and Sean to go over tomorrow. So we hope to join us. Thanks, Sean. Take us on home, brother.
No, thank you so much, VE, and thank you so much to everyone for joining us live for the Cosmo Darts Classic today. Congratulations once again to our champion, Adam Savada. We will be back in action tomorrow for event number 4, the DJD Masters, starting at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. Until then, from Peter Cetera, Anthony Eugenia, Jeff Good, L. David Irete, and the rest of the CDC staff, thank you so much for tuning in tonight, and have an absolutely wonderful rest of your evening.